Yes. If we enter from here, we'll be able to reach that place. You have some experience with abyssal domains by now, but still, this is some—
Don't worry. Paimon's an expert at hiding behind other people for— Oh, but, that means you need—
All right. Remember your training. Time to put it to use. Mine to wield.
Wipe out!
Just gonna float behind you. Come on, you got this.
Bombs away!
Search!
Hey, what are you two doing here? Dusty, like an abandoned house. Let's press on.
Paradigm shift!
Annihilate.
Looks like this is a dead end. Did we make it to his— this fog is making it impossible to see—
This should be the place where you were attacked, Traveler. The missing part of your soul should be nearby. Can you sense where— Our opponent must—
hold on! Look! The spike—
Stay calm. Let's hold back a little. Give our enemy some wiggle room so we can see what we're dealing with. If you're too reckless, we might be playing— Our enemy took part of your soul for a reason. It's likely he— From the start, the attacks have been focused on me. Trying to break through my defenses? I see. There. I got it back.
Traveler! Skirk! What happened? It looked like Skirk just got—
In the Gwali Plains, you asked me why this— Now, the answer is clear. It's not just the fact that your strength is impressive. It's also because of your ability to, as you put it, purify abyssal power, whatever that actually means. The fact is, that ability allowed him to do something that should have been completely impossible. Namely, break through my defenses and steal my power. No, he couldn't have known I'd come to his domain. He only stole your soul fragment because he knew the value of its power. I doubt he expected. Call it fate, if you want. I believe that's the term they use in this world for arbitrary coincidences like this. In any case, it works to our advantage. Once I realized what he was using that power for, it gave me the chance to get back what you lost. I'll cope. Well, done gorging? Good. How did you get the power of the all-devouring narwhal?
The all-devouring narwhal? Oh, of course! Paimon knew that
I highly doubt you acquired that power through your own strength. Tell me I'm wrong. You're desperate enough to scour the land for god remains and whatever vestiges of power you can find. That alone proves you wouldn't. Which leaves one possibility. You know my—
The foul! Who dares call him foul?
What's wrong? Bit off more power than you can chew? You're struggling to hold a basic conversation.
Just a little longer. I'm still...
Look! It's back!
Those obsessed with power will let it devour them before abandoning their pursuit. Keep calm and use reason to decide the best course of action. Wise decision. Final victory doesn't always come after a single battle. You've got your soul fragment back, so we both got what we came for. Let the enemy draw breath while he can. It won't be for long. Get us out of here, traveler. You'll need to lead.
Skirk, is your shoulder gonna be okay?
The wound is minor. It'll heal in no time. You should focus on getting out of here alive instead.
Uh-oh! Falling spikes! Run! Watch out! Looks like this place is about to collapse! So, this guy's power has something to do with the all-devouring narwhal. Did you know that all along, Skirk?
I had my suspicions. That's why I decided to investigate in the first place. But suspicions only...
Phew. Oh,
I no longer... Weaklings like him will find that my power is not so easily controlled. He won't be leaving that place until he's man... You seem surprised. I suppose that's fair. You've seen but a fraction of what that whale is capable of. That gaping maw could swallow a planet whole. It's called the all-devouring narwhal for a reason. Devouring is what it does best. It can extract...
yeah. When we had our run-in with that thing, never let me...
Your dragon friend recognized the nature of its abilities and used the power of Hydro to protect you. That worked because it was an assassin. It's a different story when it has no more power to feed off of. But I hadn't counted on there being anyone left on this planet capable of wielding its power. To me, that says he must have encountered the whale a long time ago. Exactly. It told me everything I needed. And I believe that brings our transaction to an end. Now that you're whole again, you can get back to your own...
No way! We can't leave now! Something was stolen from you because of us!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall...
But what if that monster finds you before... Plus, how are you gonna get home? It's not like you can just go swoosh and open a door to... So, Sticking with us for the time being doesn't sound so bad, does it?
Fair enough. Then take this. A bag of Mora. Nothing in this world is free. I'll leave the planning to you. Hurry up.
We should take Skirk somewhere she can rest. But where? Paimon gets the feeling Skirk wouldn't like being around a lot of people. Oh wait! Baishu said we could rest in the back room of the pharmacy, didn't he? Let's head there!
He'll know something about Master. I'm sure of it. Next time, I need to be ready. Fine. It'll take time to recover my strength, of course. But adapting to situations like this is nothing new for me. Oh, this? It's a star crystal suit. Abyssal energy is scarce in Teyvat. Wearing this helps me access it more freely. It stores concentrated abyssal energy that I can draw from on the go. When the energy runs out, it reverts back to its original form. Found somewhere to rest.
Try and stop me!
This bag from Skirk has a does she have a job or something? Wait, no. After what we saw at Wamin Restaurant, that seems impossible. Can you imagine? It would go something like... I'll be collecting my paycheck now, boss. Oh, sure thing. Wait, who are you? Have we met? Can't hold a job if you make everyone forget about you. So, what did you do to get all this Mora?
Claimed some buried treasure, took care of a few monsters that were causing trouble. Nothing untoward. It's safe to use.
You heard all that?
A sonorous voice like yours is hard to miss. I wouldn't be surprised if the sound of it traveled to the nearest mountaintop.
Then, did you by chance happen to hear Paimon's little, joke earlier?
You mean when you called me Frosty the Lavender Melon?
No, sorry. Paimon totally misspoke just now. She didn't say that at all. It was, a Paimon lookalike. Yeah, she's a piece of work, that one. Always impersonating Paimon and giving people weird nicknames. Okay, fine. The truth is, Paimon didn't like you all that much at the start, but things are different now. You helped the Traveler in a big way, so what do you say? Friends?
I noticed there was only one bed. Go ahead and get some rest.
Wait, what about you?
I don't get tired, and I don't need rest. I'm going to practice my sword work. That should help me regain some strength.
But your shoulder... Hey, don't just leave! Whatever. Let her tire herself out. Let's get some sleep, Traveler.
Quiet.
Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth?
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade.
Run! Skirk, run! Only death awaits us here.
night's sleep is the best. Wait, Skirk? Have you been sitting out here the whole night?
About 60%, maybe 70.
Whoa! Paimon thought it would take at least a couple of days.
No, not fast enough. That's 20% less than last time. Same training regimen, same intensity. Nothing felt different, but somehow the outcome fell short. Now, I think I need to meditate for the next 2 days. Deep introspection.
Ooh, sounds intense.
Thanks.
Skirk is still meditating, huh? It's been 2 days already. Paimon can't think of anything we can do to help. Be right back.
That's right. This is Skirk's inner world. Think this isn't your first time here, but what you remember is probably a space covered in darkness. Actually, it's my first time talking to someone like this. I only managed to break free and bring you here because the injury weakened her power. I guess call it fate if you want. Now, before I take you to her, I gotta ask. You're the first outside visitor to ever come here. So, you noticed. This river represents Skirk's strength. Strength accumulates over time. It is the summation of a person's lived experience. So, this river is where all the fragments of Skirk's life should converge into a... But, as you can see, this river has been severed numerous times, and all she sees reflected in the river is a disgraceful shadow of who she was.
You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion. Crush!
This isn't my first taste of failure or losing power. When you fall,
the answer to one mystery invites another. Let's follow the river upstream. There among the cliffs, among the memories etched into... I've always thought that, even when falling leaves don't come from the same... Like meteors, you both made a journey through the stars. Both travelers who have landed on a planet that is not your home. Yet, when she first... Seems like you've answered your own question. Skirk sees herself as a trespasser in this world.
You
now have what it takes to wield immense. No one can become a worthy warrior through imitation alone.
You wish me to travel the world beyond on my own, Master?
Indeed. Make new friends. Embark on your own journey. We will still have contact through the abyss. But know this. One day, I will take the life you worked so hard to rebuild and reduce it to ashes. Just like the fire.
Why?
I have told you before. Fear is the catalyst. You have tasted loss. But as living beings, we all have an instinct to detach from that which harms us. Yet now, I have bestowed upon you the gift of fear eternal. It will drown you in the nightmare of your childhood.
That is what Skirk's master, the foul, Sertologian. Of course, as a higher being, he could appear as a beast, a human, or even a monster that defies description. The form you...
For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand. To do that, I need to follow in his...
I'll let you in on a little secret. The scope of his power is impossible to understand until you experience it firsthand. Shall we keep... We've made it quite a ways already. This is Skirk.
I have set your broken wrist. Tomorrow, you're to train twice as hard. No tears this time. Good. Attempting to garner sympathy through tears is a habit of the...
Can I ask a question, Master? I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by...
I saved you because I have a plan for you. It has been too long since I fought a battle that demanded my full strength, and I hunger for it. Every so-called genius and prodigy I have faced has So, I will teach you everything I know. Train you by whatever...
But I don't want to draw my sword again.
What you want matters little. Among the boundless sea of stars, the cries of the weak are but faint
Yes, Master.
From that day forward, after some time, her talent bloomed, and she gained... It was not that human emotion disappeared from her heart, but that reason came to dictate all she was allowed to feel. I suppose it was at this point that she became the Skirk you know today. We're nearly there. I almost don't want to reach the end. These are Skirk's happiest memories. What a simple and carefree time it was. Wisps of clouds dotted the sky. The sun bathed everything in golden light. And when song filled the air, not even the shyest of flowers could resist swaying along. This is Skirk's homeland. She was so curious about everything as a child, always skipping school to go exploring instead. There was so much to discover. The treasures at the bottom of the sea, the secrets beyond the stars, and that merchant ship packed with adults wearing those strange clothes. Yes, the ship. That was the beginning of the end. It was a spaceship. When it arrived, the people that disembarked wore smiles on their faces and spoke of friendship. They claimed to be merchants from a neighboring planet, looking to establish trade. Skirk's parents, her relatives, her neighbors, everyone welcomed the newcomers with open arms and allowed them to explore the planet. To them, the visitors were guests and should be treated with hospitality. No one had any idea of what was to come. Several months later, an army of unknown origin arrived without warning and carried out a ruthless campaign to destroy everything and everyone on the planet. Skirk had skipped school that day, like so many times before, so she was not caught in the immediate wave of destruction. But when she came home that day, only fire and ruin awaited her. Countless people cried out to her for help. People she knew and loved. Friends and relatives. The little girl who lived next door. The shop owner with the bad leg. The bad-tempered teacher she had made fun of just that morning. Their lives were discarded like worthless. If Sertology hadn't been there in that moment, the fire would have claimed because she and her people were seen as the initial merchant ship explored the planet. They discovered that it hadn't always had the condition. Further research revealed that, over time, the people of this planet had evolved. For that reason, the outsiders viewed them as a potential threat and decided to eliminate them before. Senseless, isn't it? Deemed a threat. If those with power get to decide good and evil, then all you can trust in is the sword in your hand. And so, before death could claim her, she ran. No one wants to relive their most painful moments. Skirk is waiting over there. Let's go to her. It's time to fulfill my purpose.
So all this, just so you could bring him here.
I have things to say to you. Well, to me. I want someone to witness our reconciliation, even if it takes an argument to get there. And he is the best choice in this moment. Her suppressed emotional self. The version of herself she keeps locked in the recesses of her mind, stifled by reason. All those rejected impulses, those discarded aspects of your past selves, they are a part of me now. I am who you used to be. Someone you have refused to face for too long. So, I came to face you instead.
You're wrong. I've faced you all along. And that's exactly why I keep you locked here. Your existence makes me weak. Moments of joy and longing are when we are most vulnerable. Don't forget, It was a penchant for goodness over reason that doomed our homeland in the first place. The vastness of the universe renders everything insignificant. Our feelings most of all.
Even so, learning from the mistakes of the past doesn't have to mean erasing everything. Strip yourself of your so-called weaknesses, emotions like kindness and empathy, and what makes you any different from the ruthless soldiers who slaughtered our people?
The difference is that I'm doing what is right, what is necessary. I allow you to exist, but with limited freedom. That is the greatest kindness I can offer. I've shouldered everything you couldn't carry. I rose above the numbness and emptiness, and it was cold, unfeeling reason that brought me this far. It made me who I am. It made me strong.
That is the problem. I want to shoulder those things together. On the grand scale of the entire universe, maybe our feelings are vanishingly small, but why should that mean they don't matter? Emotion gives warmth to the cold expanse of space. It gives meaning to the world around us. Think back to those nights of gazing at the stars, those afternoons of exploring the unknown. Think back and let them grant you peace. A brief respite from the pressure you put on yourself.
That isn't what we need.
It's exactly what we need. Aren't you curious about why recovering your strength has taken longer than normal this time?
Finally, you get to the important part. That is the only answer I came here to find.
Then look around. Look at your inner world. You cast aside your dreams and curiosity, and in doing so, you lost your original motivation. You severed all connection to who you used to be, so you can no longer draw strength from your past. Now, the only things driving you forward are fear and survivor's guilt. But these cannot take you far enough. And so, this river, the source of your strength, grows more polluted by the day.
And you think that means I should seek help from a weak little thing like you?
Thank you for saying that. I knew bringing you here would be the right choice. To be honest, I'm not here to argue with you. This isn't about who's right or wrong. And in fact, I agree that in order to make it through the wake of that tragedy, we had to distance ourselves from the pain through reason over emotion. But what is right at one point in time isn't always right forever. I know you will never forget that fire. I know the fact that you were the sole survivor fills you with guilt. And I know that among the voices that haunt you, mine is there too. Because deep down, you know that you didn't turn out to be the person you wanted to be. All those unfulfilled hopes are like knives to the heart. And I don't want you to hurt anymore. So even if you can't accept me, I hope, at least, that you can let go.
I keep thinking, maybe it would be better if I had died. I wouldn't be haunted by that fire all the time. I wouldn't have to go on like this.
Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive.
I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all.
I remember. There was a song Mom and Dad always sang when we went out to fetch water. Dancing water. The sand along your path is begging for your song and movement. Will you carry this burden with you on your journey? I am not the dancing water, and you are not the burdensome sand. But if this is your wish, then I will carry you with me until the end.
Thank you.
I should be thanking you.
Run, Skirk, run! Remember, leave no one alive!
Heed my words, Skirk. Let fear take root in your soul.
Did you survive? Why was it only you?
Skirk, did you become a positive light in this world?
Hey, this doesn't have to be the end. Life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
So, you saw my memories then. I once asked my master if survival of the strongest was the law of the universe. He said no. But in a world without order, those with no moral boundaries tend to be the ones who survive. That's why, after hearing his answer, an idea came to mind. An idea that, one day, I would create a new world order. One in which there would never be another tragedy like that fire. One in which power was not the law of the land. But that means I must defeat him. Because my master, Sir, yes. And although his decision to train me was not made out of... I know. And it's not... He's no longer into that. But he sends me messages through the abyss every now and then. Most of them are... Every time I hear from him, my heart skips a beat. And I wonder if this is the moment where he'll finally appear. Maybe that means I do live in eternal fear. Just like he said. Yes, I respect him. But I'm also afraid of him. I don't know what Master has planned. But I have to be ready. Help me?
awake. Honestly, Paimon was gone for like 2 seconds and then she comes back and you're both okay, right?
What does it look like? Only water from the source can cleanse the rot and filth that I taught you to incorporate the experiences from your journey.
Okay, so, but whatever. Paimon brought back tons of...
All right, it's about time.
We're gonna deal with this thief for good, right?
This time, I'm not going to tell you to hold back. But having digested... The good news is, we have no reason to pull our punches.
Rev the engines! Full throttle!
The fog is gone! Wait, isn't that the form the all-devouring narwhal changed into? Really? So,
It's a subconscious instinct. Any intelligent to them. He represents...
okay. Oh, Nervalette isn't here this time.
Go! Bombs away!
Extinguished! Power. Haven't forgotten your training, I hope.
Go! Go! Go!
Annihilate.
Go! Go! Yeah!
Surge!
Mine to wield.
Future beyond this world.
Fearless.
Water jet! Water jet!
Into the void. Annihilate.
Yeah, yeah. Go!
Surge. Haven't had enough of my power. Well then, let's see how much more of this power you can handle. Well, have you...
You saw that my body was at its limit. Such power. Such...
Skirk. Sort of...
How long has it been?
Hundreds of years.
Hundreds? Sorry. It's a lot to take in. I should introduce myself. I am Skofnungar, a friend of your master, and one of... This is the first time I've heard your name, Skirk. But...
Hundreds of...
Sounds like you and Master have quite the history.
Of course. Might as well take advantage of... I was born into a noble family in Conria. As the eldest son, I was set to inherit. I trained the sword harder than anyone else, defeated all of my peers. But it was all in vain. When other people... Over time, my heart hardened. And we were similar in age, but different in background. He was born in prison, the son of criminals who had been sentenced to death. Yet, he always wore a smile on his face, as if... I still remember what he said to me when we first met. You need to fight to survive, even if...
That does sound like something he would...
He was the first to acknowledge that I was worth something. And he inspired me to keep going. When I was 10, he stole forbidden research materials and managed to cure my illness. It was like there was nothing in this world he couldn't... But somewhere along the way, after his grand endeavor was successful...
This planet no longer holds anything of interest to me, so I'm leaving. But first, I have an offer. I can use a power I have just refined to break the curse of immortality for you. Your death was once what we worked so hard to prevent. But the immortality you now face is a different kind of pain altogether.
I'll pass. Immortality doesn't sound so bad to me. Since I can't die, it means I have an infinite...
Are you sure? I cannot say when I will return. Your body...
All I can do is try. After all...
Wise indeed. Nevertheless, if you grow weary of the pain of immortality and wish to experience...
Disciple?
Nor I. But Vedifenir said I was destined to find a disciple out there in the universe and bring her to Tibet. You know as well as I, Vedifenir's prophecies are never wrong.
Well, now...
All Vedifenir said was that one day, the stars shall bow in her honor.
Sounds pretty...
Of course. Only the most outstanding people would have the right to become my disciple.
Still self-assured as ever.
I'll be leaving then. Oh, and if you are serious about getting stronger, I left you a little gift in the primordial sea. As I've said before, walk whatever path you want. Freedom means even the wicked get to make their own choices.
Waiting for me in the primordial sea was the all-devouring narwhal, already beaten into submission by Sertologi. In its weakened state, I was able to cut up...
Your heart? That sounds like torture!
Because, of course...
So, you used the curse to turn... Even with that whale's ability, devouring power like that is not something the human body can withstand. with your body and soul. But that is not the path to strength. You have to pour your heart into it, work for it, dream of it. Instead,
You're right. I should have known better, but I had already pushed myself to my limits. I miss your master. I miss the days when we were all together, troublemakers without a home.
after the beating we just gave you,
Sir Telogi's disciple. I know what he's like. He rules with an iron fist, using despair and fear to we're like mountain climbers in the dark, never knowing how much higher.
true. But I made up my mind long ago, no matter how. Besides, after hearing your story, I suspect what Master really wants is not a battle that...
Oh?
Since you're his friend, you must have some things in... First time we came here, when you stabbed me through the fog and stole my power, I felt no emotion. But when you had to devote all your strength fighting me just now, I could feel it was the joy of a researcher discovering the truth of the world.
Interesting. I'm certain I didn't express those emotions. You're right. That battle brought me in a...
Exactly. I think Master also craves a battle like that. One where his opponent forces him to use all his strength, unlock the extent of his potential, and transcend his own limits. After which, all can come to an end. Including, perhaps, for that very reason, good and evil are meaningless to him. He has one purpose.
Perhaps you're right. What a battle that would be. Oh, to witness such a...
Are you okay?
Too many different kinds of power are surging through my body. I won't be able to hold on to my sanity for my... Sir Telogi once offered to free me from this curse.
I can, but not through death, if that's what you were hoping. It's not a suitable punishment for your crime. As an alternative, I can take your consciousness. The impurities will dissipate, and under the curse of immortality, your mind and body will regenerate. But it will be a time-consuming and painful process.
I accept. I have faith that you'll be able to stand again. If we are climbers in the dark, it appears that... at least, it looks like you are not alone on your journey.
I will reach the top of this mountain, no matter what it takes. And you, Skofnunger, will be my witness at the end of all things.
That's finally over. Let's get out of here. Huh. At least we don't have to make a mad dash for the exit like last time. It's only been... Once again, we've proved there's nothing we can't overcome. We're just that awesome. Wow, you sound even more confident than usual. Guess you really have... Today sure went by fast. It's night already. Oh wait, that reminds...
Yes. The power Skofnunger stole has been returned.
Great! Huh, it's crazy that you even noticed their light was gone. There are so many stars in the sky. If it...
I suppose it's because I have the false stars hanging in the meticulously planned sky, glittering with rotten light. It's not real. And yet, it is for that very reason that I can look upon it and enjoy the momentary peace it brings. Even the most beautiful of bubbles has to burst. We will return to the real universe one day, whether of our own volition or not. Time marches ever forward. Even the innocent and naive will taste life's bitterness. Yet through hardship, we grow until we learn to seize the sands of time for ourselves and uncover our true strength. Though we gaze upon a false sky, its vastness and majesty.
Ugh. This is all going over Paimon's head. Ever since we met, he has filled Paimon's days with If it's too big a job for one person, then we'll do it with... We've met so many amazing friends and accomplished so many
I suppose when it comes to you, well, I should be going. Now that my power is no longer isolated from my emotion, I suppose fate will decide. Maybe we'll bump into each other. Regardless, reunions and partings are but passing moments. More than anything, one without war, pain, or forced parting. For this, we must all work. If that's what...
Bye! Is it just Paimon? Or is she being nice? Hey! What do you think about camping here tonight? There's nothing quite like sleeping under the stars. Come tomorrow, we can continue our journey.